Corruption.
It is any act of dishonest or unethical conduct by an individual entrusted with a position of power. Several people, especially young students, have a lot of curiosity to know in details about corruption and its repercussions. More so because it is impacting on our country's economic growth and prosperity. Ever since the formation of our country, everything is dictated by the political leaders and people ruling in the government sectors. Apparently, we are a democratic country, but whosoever comes into the power try to misuse that power for his or her personal gains for acquiring wealth and luxury. The common people, as always, find themselves in a state of deprivation. In our country, the gap between the haves and the have-nots is so hard that it becomes a typical example of corruption in our society, where one society acquires richness and wealth, and in the other hand, the majority of the masses remain below the poverty line. This is why economy in certain nations is facing a decline, such as the Gambia economy. If we are all responsible citizens of our country, we should understand that this corruption is eating into our country's economically growth like a termite and is giving to rise to crimes in our society. If the majority section of our society will continue to live in deprivation and poverty and will not find any employment opportunities, then the crime will never come down. Poverty will destroy people's ethics and morals and will result in an increase of hatred amongst the people. And it's high time for us to pay way for the holistic growth of our country. If one were to think and evaluate the causes behind corruption, then it could be countless. However, the most glorious reason responsible for the vicious spread of corruption, I believe, is the people's non-serious attitudes towards the governmental rules and laws, and the state initial of government towards those who spread evil in our society. It appears that the ones who are employed to put an end to corruption have themselves been complicit in the crime and are encouraging it. Though there are various strict laws like the Prevention of Money Laundering Act, the Prevention of Corruption Act, just to name a few. But there is no serious implementations of these laws. Thank you.
Wow, let's put our hands together. Let us put our hands together one more time, please. That's wonderful. And welcome back to your number one-to-one interview. And this is your favorite show called VM International TV Show and hosted by VM Trawale. Today, we're going to focus a lot because we believe that corruption is everywhere in our home, society, offices, and even in our state. And the main people responsible for corruptions know themselves better than you and I. And as a result, corrupt people has caused a lot of harm than good in our society. So today we're going to talk a lot about that, and we believe that using our voice through VM International TV, um, we will change together. We will be able to fight the corruption to the last death. So on that note, together we can do it. And today, my guest, he is no other guy but Amadou Danso. He is somebody who is willing to educate, inform, and enlighten the people concerning about corruption. So on that note, I'm not wasting more time. I would definitely love to allow him to introduce himself. But then I would love you all to share this video wherever you are watching. Please share the video and don't forget to follow us live on VM International TV on YouTube, and don't also forget to subscribe us on our YouTube and of course turn the bell. The reason why you are turning the bell is as a result for you to have a message that whenever we upload a video. Also, like our page on Facebook by simply typing VM International TV. Also on all social platforms. On that note, um, Ahmad Danso, you are highly welcome to the show. Please say hi to the viewers out there, and then from there we go in details into our talk show. You're welcome.
Hello everyone, I am Amadanso. I am 16 years old, a member of the Youth and Children Advocating for Media Excellence. Well, VM, thank you for allowing me to participate on this talk show, that's VM International TV talk show.
Okay, Amadi, you talk about corruption, which is very, very important. You know, we all started it with corruption. Do you know the idea that actually why many people, especially especially those who are educated, why do you think they are more concentrated into corruption rather than helping the poor people to succeed in life?
Well, to my own concept, I believe that those people who are practicing corruption still, they studied it at home, schools, and now they are addicted to it. They can't stop corruption, because like whenever you see a person like practicing corruption, you will definitely know that that person has started it a long time ago. Because if that person doesn't start a long time ago, then that person will not know anything about corruption.
And how do you think we're gonna end corruption?
By collaborating hands together, and like if you know that someone deserve a position, do not take the position and give it to someone that you know you are related. That's corruption, and that is totally not allowed, because like you are encouraging it, and you are always encouraging it. If someone deserves something, give that person that particular thing that the person deserve. That is called you are limiting corruption. But if you are not giving the person the particular thing that he or she deserve, then it means you are still encouraging that part of corruption.
Quite interesting. I would definitely love to know, do you know what really causes corruption? Do you know? And if yes, explain. And if no, we proceed.
Okay, to my own understanding, the people like corruption is caused by like both sides, both the government and the people. Like the government, they cause like corruption by state initial of like preventing evils in our society. But they are not doing the same procedure that they should end it, but instead they are still encouraging this process of corruption. And if you come to the other side, the people at home, they are still encouraging corruption also, because you can see if a parent like have two children, and that parent likes the other one and didn't like the other one, that is corruption. You give back to all those two children, and now you are like differentiating them because of their different, maybe so the person is different able, or the person cannot talk, the person cannot see, and you are now differentiating them. That is called corruption. It means you don't even that care for the person that you gave back to. Yeah.
On the other hand, corruption can be caused by greediness, lack of selfishness. We should stop being selfish and we should stop being greedy. If you are greedy, definitely you will end up being corrupt. If you are also selfish, you will end up being corrupt, and as a result, you might end up living your life sinfully. Because whatever you do in the darkness shall surely come to light. And I want all corrupt people to know this. Whether you are a leader or a layman, please remember not to be selfish. Be honest. Be honest to yourself. And please, if you want to sponsor this program, please don't mind to call us plus 220-369-9555. I repeat, plus 220-369-9555, and that's our WhatsApp. You can also call us directly, plus 220-369-9555. Support Home Kids Got Talent, support your children, and support the roots. I think is the benefit. Amadou, we know that corruption is something that African leaders cannot stop. Um, Yes, what I mean African leaders cannot stop is because you said they are addicted. They started it in a way back. So, how do you think that some of our African leaders will be educated in order for them to stop corruption?
Well, like if a person is corrupted, definitely that person will continue to be corrupted till the end. But like if you have the concept that yes, corruption is not good, and I am a leader, and should not be corrupt, then it simply means that the person is having good faith towards the nation development. But if you see a person being corrupt, no, the person started it since, and the person was practicing that corruption.
Now, are you telling me that it could be the parents' fault also, who are not really trying to take care of their children, to tell them exactly what to do? Because if you lack parental care at home, or if you lack parental advice at home, do you think it might also lead an individual, especially a children or a child that has no idea about life, do you think it might lead them to corruption as well?
Yeah, I'm sorry to say this, but like some of them, um, they see this corruption, they see this practicing of corruption in their parents. Because like if a parent is not corrupted, then definitely the child will not be corrupted. And if the parents tell the child that corruption is not good, corruption is bad, you are an elder, you are going to be an elder tomorrow. So like you should not be practicing corruption because it's not something that is good. Then the child will definitely know that yes, if I grow up, I should not be a corrupted person.
Anyway, Amadou, you was crowned as the King of Home Kids in 2019, and I saw you handing over the crown king. Why do you think you hand it over when some of our leaders are not willing to also hand over their position to the people? When we know that some of our leaders are not willing to keep their promise, you kept your promise. You told us that when when the year has ended, I will definitely hand over the crown. You didn't run away with the crown. You came back with the crown and then you handed over the crown. Why do you think you do so?
Because like I'm not corrupted. I'm not a corrupted person.
Are you sure?
Yes, because like I know that the way I struggle to have that crown, that the same procedure that that particular person who won this year also struggled because I faced too many difficulties. That particular person also must have faced those difficulties. So if I say I'm gonna take the crown and run with it, then people will definitely term me as a corrupted person. Even if I'm not, but they'll say that he's corrupted, he's not good. This boy suffered a lot for this crown, and now he took the crown and run away. That's not good.
Wow. So, and finally, what will be your advice to the leader of the Republic of the Gambia? It could be anyone, because this video, we know that it will be helpful to millions of the leaders. We have seen Nelson Mandela. You know, he was in prison for almost 20-something years. And when when he was released, he became the president and served his nation for not more than 2 years or 3 years, you understand? But as a result, he handed over presidency to another person. So what will be your greatest advice to the people that are not willing to hand over their position to other people to rule the people of the Republic of the Gambia?
Okay, the major advice I have for the people
Louder?
out there is that let them not be corrupted. If you know that yes they have already overthrown me and like someone already won this seat, don't be corrupt, don't be a corrupted person and say yes I'm not gonna hand over this throne. Just hand it over because you know that yes God is the one who's placed you to on that throne, and God is the one who also like give that throne to another person. So if you keep it in faith and believe in God that Allah is one.
Fine. I know some of you are watching us, and please don't forget to share your comments, share the video. It's all about VM International TV show, and don't forget to sponsor us. If you wish to sponsor this show, please call +22036995555 and your advertisements will follow. This is what we want to support our young people. Amadou, you have a lot of poem. Give us another surprising poem that will educate the world.
Okay. The title of the poem will be Africa.
Africa,
Yeah.
indeed. Africa is going through a lot, but let me hear from you before saying something.
Okay. I am an African child. I am not an African because of my skin color. I am not an African because I was born in Africa by African parents. I am an African because Mama Africa was born in me. I am limitless because I have great gifts and talents. Africa is my home and I am proud of my roots. Africa is not a country, Africa is a continent just like Asia, Europe and America. Mama Africa is blessed with youthful population, very brilliant youths who are willing to risk everything to have a decent sort of life. Mama Africa is not poor. We need foreign trade instead of foreign aid. Mama Africa is strong at working institutions instead of strong men. And as an African child, I am too young to cry. And as an African child, I believe in hope. I cry every day because of the way our leaders are running affairs. Corruption favored Africa. Corruption, Africa la kuranjawo. Corruption, the most chronic disease of Africa. And as an African child, I will do my best to cure this disease of corruption. One day, Africa will be borderless. There will be free movement in Africa. I don't see myself as a Gambian, Senegalese, Mauritanian or Ghanaian, but I see myself as an African. So you call me the African child and call me the African child. Thank you.
Wow, let's put our hands together one more time. Please, louder. You know, it's good to be proud of who you are. Look, if you are proud of who you are, you will not be selfish. If you are proud of what you have, and you will be content with it. So if you see Europe is being developed, it's as a result they respect and love, value their culture and their relationship. So we the Africans, we must be proud of who we are. Before we even call ourselves as a black African or whatsoever, be proud of where you come from, and that's your root. If you are ever proud of yourself, you will not be corrupt. If you are ever proud of who you are and where you come from, definitely you will be happy. It doesn't matter where you are as an African. What matters is your blood. So this is not about racism anyway. We believe that humanity comes first, and we believe that humanity from God is the same, but be who you are. And yes, many Africans are not proud of who they are. I don't know if you are aware of this. If yes, what advice do you have for them?
Okay, you are right. I am aware of the people who are neglecting their cultures, and because Africa is our culture, we should not neglect our culture. We should believe that our ancestors were also like they also believe in this culture, that we should not also abandon this culture and focus on Western civilization. This Western civilization just came recently and tried to misuse us, like try to mislead us to abandon our culture. Our culture is one of the best cultures on earth, but like we are not proud of it. So my advice to the people like abandoning their culture and like following the Western civilization culture, I'm telling you like please don't forget about your culture. Even you are addicted to Western civilization, never forget about your culture. Your culture is very important, and like be proud of your culture and be proud of who you are and where you come from.
Definitely. It is also said by Bob Marley, and I quote, he said, if you know where you come from, then you definitely know where you are going. You also talk about corruption along the way. Like Africa, if you look at it there, the African leaders themselves, they are not united. When I said they are not united here, in terms of developing Africa, they are concentrating on themselves. What is your greatest advice as an African child to the African leaders? Because if you go around to different part of African countries, you come to realize that there are a lot of children that are going through hunger and starvations, which is killing millions of people. And as a result, millions of people have become thieves. Millions of people have become liar. Millions of people have, become desperate. So as we don't have peace. So, what is your advice?
Okay, my major advice to the leaders is
Mhm.
let them like sow unity among themselves, because like when they sow unity among themselves, then Africa will be blessed. Africa is indeed a blessed continent like other parts of the world, but like why we are not united it is because of corruption, and that corruption should not be the major reason why we are not united. Let's show unity. Let's show the other part of the world that yes, Africa, we are proud of our own selves, and we are proud of the unity that we have in ourselves. And like we should not also like be abandoning one another. African leaders must all come together and like be united, fight for one another's right, and we go on.
But do you believe that it is said to millions of people around the world, even from Africans, they say Africa is a dark continent? What do you understand from that statement, saying Africa is a dark continent, and you find yourself in Africa, but you heard that Africa is the dark continent? Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay. It is just that like the people out there saying Africa is a dark continent, they don't know the roots of Africa. That's the reason why they say Africa is a dark continent. It is because they once come to Africa to exploit Africa, to destroy Africa. But because of what the darkness of Africa, that's why Africans doesn't allow them to exploit, to destroy their own darkness. That's why they call Africa is dark, because why they can't use us. That's why they say Africa is dark. But Africa, we are proud of our darkness.
Another musician said, and in fact, millions of musicians says, black is beautiful, and yet a lot of our women and men today, in other part of the world, especially in Africa, they are applying cream to destroy their skin color. Do you think they are not really proud of their skins or what?
I think they are not really proud of their skins, and they are not proud of their color that is black or brown. Um, People, the advice that I have for those people out there is that let them not bleach their colors. Their colors is one of the best color on earth. So like when you bleach your color, you're never gonna have the same color back again. And that color is very important. Like when you want to be like other Western people out there, you want to be like, yeah, I'm a Tubab, yeah, I wanna be a Tubab. It doesn't matter. What matters is your color and your personality. Yes, the personality matters because your color it represents your own distinct continent. Because when it's the continent of Africa, they all know that Africans we are black. And when you bleach yourself, like you destroy your color, you never have it again. And that's what other continents are, because they are laughing at us saying that we are destroying our colors because we want to be like them,
And we can never be like
and
them.
you can never be like
And
them.
finally, my last question before we go to the final poem and then we say goodbye. That is why we the Africans fighting one another. Why are we not helping one another? Why are we not supporting one another? What is your reason, Amadou?
Well, it's just because we are not so unity among ourselves. Why we are fighting one another is because we are not having the same heart. It is because also we are not proud of being our own people. Because when you are proud of self, you're not going to fight another. We are all going to be united. Like other part of the country, continents, they are all united. They are also in love. But you see, in Africa here, not only the Gambia, but Africa at large, and other parts of Africa, West Africa, South Africa, some of us are also unity. We are fighting. Why are we fighting one another? It's not that other people who are not fighting they are better than us, but it is because they are united. That's why they are not fighting, and we are always fighting one another. Why? The thing that we should do to stop this is because it is unity. Unity is the only thing that can stop us from fighting one another.
Fine. Ladies and gentlemen out there watching, remember you're watching PM International TV show, and this is all about educating our youth, educating one another by using our voice to change the world. And we are ready for the change. We are ready for better change. If you wish to be part of the change, please sponsor us by simply calling WhatsApp. You can WhatsApp us or call us directly plus 2203699 and triple five. And finally, before we go, what is gonna be your last poem? And we say goodbye together.
Okay, the last point will be about Gambia.
Okay, the smiling course.
Yes, West Africa.
You're welcome.
There will come a time when the voice of my motherland shall be heard loudly like a thunderstorm, that the vibration of her voice to the British sky. Her head held high and pride treasure, for her children are working tirelessly to see our motherland become a better place. For our dear motherland suffered with tears on her face, sadness in her heart, and her mind not set free, all in the name of making a better place for her children. For her children, minds were poisoned, now abandon their culture and traditional religions, now adopting a new foreign language and culture, all in the name of civilization. For her children are now picking their pens and bags with symbols. Guns are fight for freedom and tribal discrimination and slavery and political differences. My motherland gave birth to a generation which supersedes its future. For her children are now given the platform where they can speak up their minds. Not minds that can separate them, but minds that can bring them together as unity is our strength. Thank you.
Wow, let's put our hands together. Gambia is the smiling coast of Africa, the Gambia. Like I tell you, I'm so proud to be with these kids. And I believe that some days in the future, they are going to be a great leaders. And I'm sure they are not going to be corrupt like how we know other people, or how we knew or find out other people who have been found in corrupting their own nation. So when you train a child at the early age with better education, creating awareness for them, definitely they will know what's right and what's wrong. Therefore, let's motivate and empower these young kids. This program is definitely brought to you by members of Youth and Children Advocating for Media Excellence, YACAM, and your support is really needed. I would love to use this medium to thank my humble manager, Mohamed Drame, Honorable Mohamed Drame. He's so kind and he gave us the platform to do this. So if you also want to advertise your products, or you want to advertise your goods or whatsoever, or you want a live program with us, please, you are highly welcome to link us plus 2203699 and triple five. Mohamed Drame, we are really thankful for your support and love. And please keep it up, because I know Gambians and the world really need you. I will also use this medium to thank all those in diaspora and in the Gambia supporting and sharing our contents, because we believe that we can do it. And together, we need you. Together, this is your show, VM International TV. Again and again, I will not do justice if I do not thank my humble mentor, Mr. Davis, aka Uncle D. Thank you so much for supporting VM, and I really appreciate and acknowledge your presence and your presence and your absence. You have been working so hard to make sure that we succeed in life, and we have truly succeeded. Amadou, if you have any other words that you want to put across, please, you are highly welcome. But then, don't forget about our African brother. Please show him. He put on the Gambian flag on his body. That's simply so that he really loves Africa. And that's no other guy but Sedina. Sedina, thank you so much for always supporting Home Kids as well. And he's so kind and good. We love you, and we are looking forward to see you succeeding along the way. So finally, if you have something to put across, you are highly welcome.
Okay, the last thing I want to say is that African leaders, we should all be united and forget about corruption, because corruption always make us go behind, not in front. Yeah.
Every step forward
It's a
is a way
way
forward. We're saying
bye.
goodbye.